Hello, you guys. How is everybody doing on um this evening? Actually, I'm gonna wait and start letting people get the notifications. Yeah, I got my shoe. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. My cute green and blue shoe heel came in today. Praise the Lord. The rest of my microphones came in today. Also, hey Miss Shan. Hey Tamarian. How is everybody doing? I want to talk about the music industry. Okay, I kind of want to run down some stuff. Hey Jamal, you doing okay? I kind of want to run down some things. I was listening to a little bit of the testimony or reading a little bit about it. Hey Toy John, you doing okay? My day was long. Okay, I've been busy all day today. I didn't even get home until late. I worked late today, and I thought I was like, when I get home, I am going to sleep. But my dietitian says that I haven't been eating enough, so I made sure that the ground chicken muffins that I made, I had some left from this morning. I made sure I ate that. I guess to feed my body. Okay. And and now I'm just chilling. Like I said, I gotta be in court in the morning. So I was like, let me go on and get on because I wanna do my hair and things. Um yeah. Wanna make sure I'm not looking a hot mess because it's hot here. It's been muggy, but I've been having them hot flashes though. So that's why I went to like a holistic nurse and got a dietitian because it's like a hormonal thing. I need for my body to balance off. Number one, so I can lose the weight right, and then I'm tired of having these damn hot flashes too. Cause I be working, I be walking and stuff. Cause I have to walk. Put my cashews away. Oh my god, I got hot. Mm-mm. She said, unfortunately, hot flash. I know. Mm, I can't take it. Mm, mm. It's just too much for me. I just need to go to the. I'm just went to a holistic nurse because I don't want any. She was telling me about how like sometimes your doctor can give you like generic hormones and stuff, which is not good. I don't want anything generic anymore. I don't. I've been drinking a lot of water. Anyways, you guys, I wanted to wait and then some more people start coming in, but I want hey Miss Keita, um, positive vibes, Tamarian, Miss Rita. Did I say Miss Rita? I said Miss Rita, right? Miss Rita, Miss Keita. I wanted to talk about how completely messed up the industry is, and this reform is necessary for repair. And I know that everybody's eyes is like on Puffy's trial. And I know people gonna say all she ever do is just talk about, young Dolph. Damn right. Okay. That's how I do it over here. Okay. So, when you came in here, that's why a lot of them come up in here. Okay, they want to see if I'm gonna talk about young Dolph. And then they have something to say when I do, but that's why you're here. That's what brought you here. Okay. So I'm gonna always talk about young Dolph. So if you don't want to hear me talk about young Dolph, then you need to exit stage left. Okay. But I was looking at the Puffy trial and all of the well, not looking at it, but reading about it and stuff, and all of the stuff. Toy Johnson, that's all I want to hear. And all of the stuff that is going on in the industry, right? Um and she said Cassie is a super freak. And looking at the things that Puffy was doing, a lot of uh a lot of other celebrities, I think when they get into that inner circle, right, they feel like, hey, they start to exercise those same things, right? And I got to thinking, I was like, I think that's one of the reasons that they went ahead and decided again that they were going to take out Young Dolph, because some people felt like they had gotten into some exclusive circles and that they would be protected. And so I think that it is necessary, this reform, what we see, the law enforcement doing, because what's happening is the people at the very top in this industry, okay, is being destroyed, and that would be Puffy. Puffy, to me, he was big before Jay Z was big, right? Jay Z started to really get big, if you ask me, when he married Beyonce. I think that was a really good business move on his part. But Puffy was already out there, was already big, and he's one of the elites, right? And so when we start to see people like him getting taken down, if they'll go and they'll mess with him, we already know that nobody else is off limits, right? I don't think that Jay Z has as much favor anymore as people would think, because there was a time I would see, or we all would have seen, where nothing would have ever touched Jay Z. No lawsuit, nothing. When they were in favor with the elites, they did not allow any bad press to touch them. They paid off everybody. They threatened everybody. They made sure that they secured their product. Okay, because they're really owned by these rich Jewish people. Okay, and they was really in favor. And so we see that there's a shifting as it relates to the music industry, right? And a lot of these older Jewish people that run the industry, a lot of them are croaking out. Okay, because God says, "Man, any man born a woman must die." Okay, so I don't care how they kidnap the African American men and steal their organs and stuff, they motherfucking ass is gonna croak. Okay, they can't stay here forever. Okay, so excuse me, but I had a Y'all know how I get. Y'all gonna have to help me to stay on track. Cause see, I get to read and stuff. I said I was gonna stop doing that. I get to reading and research and stuff, and I get on here and then I be mad. Okay, where I get to looking at and thinking about a lot of the stuff that they do. Okay, behind the scenes. Okay, and so I get to read in the comments. Okay, of mostly black men because I think a lot of them can, they kind of want to identify with Puffy being a black man, you know, especially stop if some of them have been lied on. And there are some black men that have been lied on and falsely accused. We cannot negate nor omit that, okay? There are some black women that have been lied on and falsely accused, okay? But what has to happen is I think what support needs to be healthy. Hello, Gerald. Support has to be healthy. Puffy has done nothing for the black community. Okay. And so I think that in our community, we kind of have the issues confused. We'll say, well, Puffy made all that good music. Well, Puffy got the elites to fund a record company and he went and got a bunch of talented African American people to make good beats, okay, that built his company, and he got beautiful and handsome people that he signed that God had gifted with a voice to know how to sing and know how to rap, and he left them broke, busted, and disgusted. So he ain't did a motherfucking thing for the black community, but helped to destroy it. Okay, so now we talk about Cassie. Now we know Diddy has done a lot of we know Diddy did a lot of evil stuff to black women too, okay? Okay, but I think it was just part of the plan because they never would have given a black woman this much attention, but it was just time for or even cared because he's been mistreating black women and killing them probably forever. Because I still believe he did something to Kim Porter, but if it takes a Cassie who she looks white if she's not, okay, she has white skin. If it takes her to help to stop him, okay, then hey, listen, that's just part of the plan because Diddy had to be stopped, okay? Diddy allowed the elites to use him. You ought to have, I say all the time, sometimes you ought to have some type of pride about what you won't do. And as it relates to Diddy's culture, there was nothing that he wouldn't do to hurt black talent. There was nothing that he wouldn't do. His main objective and agenda, that was the agenda of the elites. And he took on that agenda with pride, was to help annihilate black men, the masculinity of black men, okay? That's what he did. I don't give a damn about him. I believe he did every bit of what Cassie said he did. People have been trying to talk about Diddy for years and what Diddy was doing, but he was in good with the elites and they made sure that they protected him, right? Okay. Now, look, y'all, look. Now, they said that Diddy's defense attorney was showing, hey, Chat Town, Diddy's defense attorney was showing, well, he cross-examined her today, and they started showing text messages of, when he asked her about the freak off. Let me see if I could pull up some of it. Okay. They, of course, the defense is going to paint a different picture, but that's their job. Okay. Let's see if I can find it. Remy, you're gonna have to shut up sitting here next to me. My nerves and stuff are already bad. Anyways, hold on, you guys. Hold on. I think it was, I don't know why I never can, when I see it the first time, I can never find it again. Hold on, you guys. Let me see something. Was it US Today? Okay, here it is right here. You all make sure y'all hit the like button for me, okay? We're going to talk about this industry and why people feel comfortable, okay, once they think they're in with the elites. And this reform is absolutely necessary for reconstruction because I see the industry being torn down. All of the older people that was in the background, um, the secret government or whatever, they croaking out and dying. They should have, when you evil, you, Lord, I don't, please don't let me say it. Don't let me say they should have been dead. I be trying not to say that. Okay. Okay, you guys. Here.
Walking her through a lot of messages from the early stages of her relationship with Sean Combs. These were really loving messages, and that's something that Cassie Ventura confirmed. And then the defense tried to hit on a couple other themes. They walked Cassie Ventura through a lot of messages that had to do with past drug use, both by her and by Sean Combs. The defense also walked Cassie Ventura through a lot of different messages in which she expressed wanting to have freak offs. We saw text messages today where Cassie Ventura said she wanted a freak off and that she enjoyed the freak off. So you can see the defense start to paint a story about how they're going to try to defeat these charges. One part of that might be thinking about the drug use. Maybe that shows that Sean Combs didn't know that he was using fraud, force, or coercion in order to traffic Cassie Ventura. That's something that prosecutors have to prove, that he knew that. And then when it comes to the messages about the freak offs, maybe the defense is going to argue at the end of this case that shows that Cassie Ventura was engaging in this willingly, consensually. So we really got the first bite at what the defense is going to do to try to defeat this case, and we are set for more cross-examination tomorrow.
Okay. It says Sean Diddy Combs' lawyers cross-examine his former girlfriend, singer Cassandra Cassie Ventura, following 2 days of her emotional testimony on his alleged physical, sexual, and psychological abuse. Combs' federal sex crimes trial resumed in Manhattan on May 15th, and the one-time mogul's lawyers continued asking Cassie about what they have called her own history of domestic violence. The rapper's lawyers have also alleged she was motivated by money to get back at him. The defense showed emails and text messages from early in Combs and Ventura's Fine's relationship, where they professed love for each other, and she sought more attention from him. I wanted to spend so much time with him at this point in 2010 because I'd fallen in love with him and I cared about him so very much, Ventura told jurors. At the court day, as the court day wrapped, Combs' legal defense team attempted to paint a picture of a Ventura Fine, a picture of a Ventura Fine that was in control of her situation. Ventura Fine's testimony comes a year after CNN released 2016 surveillance that showed Combs kicking, hitting, and dragging the woman during her altercation at a Los Angeles hotel. In court, Ventura Fine said Combs reportedly threatened to release videos of her participating in his alleged drug-fueled freak-offs. Combs, 55, was arrested in September of 2024. Cassie reveals Diddy's overdose in 2012. During cross-examination, Combs' lawyers, Annie Estivo, revealed he overdosed on painkillers in 2012. I can't pronounce it. Esteve, Estevio asked Ventura fine if she called the overdose, and Ventura placed the incident around the same time that Whitney Houston died. The former singer died February 11th of 2012. Ventura recalled they had a freak off that night and had gone to a sex club in San Bernardino, California, and Combs had later thrown a party at the Playboy Mansion in Los Angeles, but went home. She testified that Combs later overdosed on painkillers and she took him to the hospital. I wonder if she had Stockholm syndrome. That was her way out right there when he overdosed. Why she take him to the hospital? That was that was her way out. Ventura also revealed they both tried to stop using drugs at times in their relationship, but rehab didn't feel like it was possible for them. Sometimes they call each other get high partners. She also said she believed Combs didn't like it when she used drugs unless it was with him. If Combs learned she was doing drugs with others, Ventura told the court he would turn pretty explosive. Ventura shed more light on an alleged confrontation between Combs and his longtime hip-hop rival Suge Knight. During court testimony on May 13th, Ventura recalled an alleged incident in which Combs left his house amid one freak-off in Los Angeles after being tipped off by a bodyguard that Knight was at a dinner nearby. In response, Ventura reportedly told Combs, please don't do anything stupid, as she stayed behind. Combs' attorneys challenged Ventura's account, citing an alleged conversation she had with prosecutors in June of 2024, during which she said she remembered being brought along in a car and crying when Combs and D-Rock reportedly went to Mel's dinner to confront Suge Knight. When asked about the discrepancy in her recollection of the event, Ventura said it could be a misunderstanding because that never happened. Ventura touched a connection to actor Michael B. Jordan as Combs' attorney scrutinized Cassie's other relationships. Ventura said Combs suspected that she was in a relationship with the Emmy-nominated actor after the pair broke up in 2015. At the time of their split, the singer-actress was filming a movie in South Africa. Cassie starred in the musical drama Honey 3, Dare to Dance, which was set in South Africa and reportedly concluded filming in December of 2015. When asked about Combs' reaction to an alleged relationship with Jordan, Ventura says she wasn't there to see it, according to NBC News, but added that Combs attempted to get in contact with her. Combs' attorneys asked Cassie about Kim Porter, Combs' on and off partner from the 90s into the 2000s. Were you jealous of Mrs. Porter? Combs' lawyer Anna Estivo asked. Cassie replied on the stand, I had some jealousy, yes. So she says she has some jealousy. Porter is the late model who died in 2018 of pneumonia, as well as the mom of 4 of Combs' 7 children. Jurors saw a series of texts from Cassie from 2013 in which she said she was concerned she was looking like a side piece and not Combs' partner. Cassie was upset in the messages sent around the holidays, spurred by seeing Porter and Combs with their children and not being invited to family vacations and get together. Combs raised Quincy Brown, 33, Porter's son. He and Porter also had 3 other biological children together. The defense asks, you didn't just want to be part of someone's sexual fantasy, to which Cassie responded, no. The back and forth came as Combs' defense lawyers have spent much of the day pointing to examples of Ventura appearing to freely express concerns in their relationship, from managing their travel to sexual habits at times. Ventura spoke further about her relationship with Kid Cudi, whose real name is Scott Miss Cuddy during cross-examination. She said that she obtained a burner phone specifically for the purpose of her relationship with Cuddy, which began in 2011. Combs introduced the two and thought a musical collaboration would be good for her career. At that time, Ventura said she was on a break with Combs, but didn't want to tell him that she was seeing Cuddy. I thought it would be way too dangerous to tell him about that, she alleged. He had a temper. Ventura also testified that she continued to have freakouts while on a break with Combs because it's a job. Combs' lawyers asked Ventura Fine to describe her early career when she and Diddy first met. She said Combs and fellow celebrities Dallas Austin and Britney Spears all attended her 21st birthday party. One of Diddy's lawyers, Anna, pointed out that her first album did well and she had recognizable songs. You're very beautiful and charming, says Anna, and Ventura replied, thank you, smiling. Y'all, I get to wondering, y'all, what, because I mean, she says even when they broke up, she continued. Did she? I don't know. I think that statement is gonna come back to. I think that statement right there just got him off. Did y'all hear what she said? Even when they was broke up, she continued. She said out of her own mouth, she continued to have freakouts because it was a job. Now she's making herself look like a sex worker. Okay, that statement right there might just get him off. That statement right there. When we was broke up, I continued to have freakouts because it was a job. Anyways, let's move on. It's true, says Anna to Laughter in the Courtroom. Ventura explained how when she signed to Bad Boy Records, which Combs founded, she had a platonic relationship with the rapper. After describing a tough performance on the program 106 & Park, she said Combs came to her and supported her. Estavo also pulled up an email from 2007 in which Ventura said Combs is constantly weary of me and described herself as sneaky, needy, and a spoiled brat. I hate that you think I'm a malicious person, Ventura wrote, adding, you just don't think I'm the right one. The courtroom became tense when defense attorneys questioned Ventura over the effect of her 2023 lawsuit on Combs' career. When lawyers asked what happened to Combs' career after she filed the case, Ventura paused and said, that's a lot. It is fair to say his career was ruined, a lawyer for the defense said, at which point prosecutors rapidly jumped in with objections, which the judge approved. In text from December 2009, Ventura told Combs that for her to be more open with the things I do in bed. Let me read that over. In text from December 2009, Ventura told Combs that for her to be more open with the things I do in bed, she needed to feel like this is my husband and the only one who will see this side of me. She went on to write that alleged freak-offs were starting to make her feel a little dirty, adding that she was going back and forth in my mind about whether she wanted to do them. Now, here's another thing, okay? Hey, Diane. So it seems to me she threw out there, if you want me to continuously do that, she was trying to secure a bag, okay? If you ask me, she was trying to secure a bag. I want to feel like I'm doing this with my husband. So, in other words, if I'm going to be doing this, I need you to marry me. I think she was trying to secure her future, okay? A bag or something, if you ask me. Ventura explained on the stand that the freak-offs became a very integral part of their relationship early on, but she wanted to develop the relationship more. Combs' attorney argued this showed that she put deep thought into the freak-offs and felt comfortable expressing her concerns to her then partner at that time, she clarified. Do you recall having conversation with Mr. Combs about the swingers lifestyle? Anna later asked, to which Ventura responded, yeah. She went on to say the conversations were mainly about protocol, including how do you act, and that some see it as a taboo topic. The exchange offered a preview of what is expected to be one of the defense team's main arguments, that while unconventional, Combs was a swinger and not a sexual abuser. Okay. Nicole Westmoreland of Westmoreland Law LLC is the latest lawyer to join Combs' legal team after filing a notice of attorney appearance with the court on May 6th. Combs' defense team was already led by attorneys Mark Agnifilio and Terry Geragos. See all of these Italians. Both are founding partners of Agnifilio Intrater, if I'm saying that right, Intrater. Geragos is particularly experienced in defending and investigating allegations of sexual misconduct, according to the firm's website. Brian Steele, who represented Young Thug, is the rapper in the rapper's RICO, is also working with Combs, as are attorneys Alexandra Shapiro, Xavier Donaldson, Maria Estavo, and Jason Driscoll. Okay. Diddy's lawyers read texts between the former couple in the early years of their relationship, including extremely explicit messages in court. In messages from August 2009, the couple discussed plans for a freak-off. Combs wrote, "When do you want to freak off?" Cassie responded, "I'm always ready to freak off. Laugh out loud." He wrote, "You tell me the day you choose." In more texts from 2009, the court saw sexually explicit messages between them. In one message, Cassie expressed eagerness to have sex with Combs, responding, "I can't wait to watch you. I want you to get real hot." On another occasion, she texted Combs how she anticipated being positioned during sex. The defense repeatedly sought to paint Ventura as a jealous ex-partner. This is about nature of relationship, okay? Now, let me just say this. Now, Combs, when she would send him messages about she wanted to have sex with him, it looks like that would be his opportunity to start talking about the freak-offs, okay? He did send her a message saying that he's ready to do a freak-off, and she said, "I'm always ready for a freak-off." So I don't know, y'all. It's something, okay? It says Combs' lawyers noted that he lied to and cheated on Cassie and let her down, but she kept coming back to him for 11 years. She paused before responding, "I wouldn't use coming back." Cassie said she was in love with Combs, a charismatic, big personality that everybody really loved, and described him as sweet and caring at times. Recalling the early stages of their relationship with Combs, Cassie said she spent a lot of time feeling hurt. In text from April 2010, she wrote, "So you hung up. It's like I haven't seen you at all." She testified that she was worried she would lose him if she didn't have sex with him the way he wanted. When asked whether she told him she wanted to do the freak-offs to make him happy, she replied, "No, there's a lot more to that. I'm sure we'll get to that," the defense attorney replied. Okay. Combs' attorney kicked off their cross-examination by displaying kind messages sent between Cassie and Diddy in their early relationship. Combs says, "I'm truly a lucky man. I love you. I miss you. Combs wrote in one email shown during cross-examination. She emailed back saying that she was a lucky woman. And another text from 2009, Combs wrote, "I love so much, it makes me cry." To which she responded, "You hungry, Pop Pop?" Venturi was previously asked by prosecutors about her and Combs' nicknames for each other. Venturi revealed Combs called her BG for baby girl and CC, which stood for Cassie Combs. Her nickname for him was Pop Pop, which he decided on after asking what she called her grandfather. In another text message from a little over 2 years into their relationship, Combs wrote, "I love you so much, it consumes my life. I never knew it could be like this." A text from the same year from Venturi, read, "Pop Pop, I really miss you." When the defense asked how much they saw each other, Venturi said there were long breaks between seeing one another since they both traveled for work. Okay, y'all. My throat is getting sore. Okay, but it looks like the defense is going to use messages between the two of them from the course of their relationship. Now, when you start talking about the messages that they sent each other, the messages that they sent each other in the very beginning, okay? The messages that they sent each other in the very beginning. I guess everybody's relationship would be like that. I don't know, because she's saying that she was scared of him. Okay. She's saying that she was scared of him, and now she's saying that even when they was broke up, she did freak outs. Maybe she did that because she was afraid of him. I don't know. I don't know, but right, that was before it became evil. And of course I see what the defense is trying to do. They're trying to paint a picture of they were willing. She was a willing participant. She wasn't afraid of Combs at all. That's the only picture that they're trying to paint. And with her saying that she continued to have freakouts when they broke up because it was a job. I don't think that was the better words. I don't think those were the best choice of words. Okay. So it's going to be interesting to see. It looks like this trial could take a while. You have people out there and they're anticipating. Me personally, I never believed that he would be convicted. Okay. I think that, they've done a really good job of tearing him down. Okay. They've done a good job of spanking him. If that's what they wanted to do, they've spanked him. But will he have some humble pie when this is over? If he get off, what he needs to do is he needs to go and hide. He needs to leave the United States. Okay. He needs to jump on one of them. He needs to get on. He needs to get on, because if he get out of this, they're gonna hem him up again, because they want him. It seems like to me they want him really bad. So hey, I guess now it's all a matter of, do I believe that she was scared of him? Yeah, I do. I still believe that she was scared of him. We've heard people talk about how crazy Diddy is and how he exerted his power and used his money to exert fear and to do evil things to people. He was very possessive over the women. I've always thought Trump would pardon him. Diddy and them went against Trump. Remember, they went against him. So I don't think Trump messing with them like that. Remember, now they went against him for Biden. They went against him for Biden. So I don't think, if anything, he might be behind what's going on with Diddy. I think people forget that. I don't think Trump messing with them like that. If you ask me, Trump might be the one behind all this shit happening to a lot of them celebrities that went against him for Biden and Kamala. He says, I was listening to one of Ice Cube's throwback songs earlier off Lethal Injection, just like he said in the lyrics, they lock up for selling drugs, trafficking, etc. All the things Caucasians get away with. Well, I think what we have to do is black people, we got to band together to ensure, to make sure that the laws work equally all the way across the board for whites and blacks, because you know um the black men that go to jail for trafficking need to go, and the white ones do too. Okay, so we just need to make that the playing field even, because I'm definitely not going to be rallying for a man of just because he's black to get out of jail because he's trafficking. Okay, because he need to be up in there, or if not in the grave. They said facts because Trump definitely fooling with escort. So I would think that Trump is behind it, because remember now Trump was mad at a lot of these celebrities because he says that he financed them. He loaned a lot of them money back in the day, and then they turned around and went against him for Biden and Kamala. So we do know that Trump is very vindictive. We do know that Trump is very, very vindictive. So I tell you. Anyways, y'all, the music industry is completely messed up. I think it is because of the practices that has happened, um so many years of hits and stuff being put on people. I think this is why you have certain rappers that think that they can participate and putting hits on people. Now, like I said, if they go at Jay Z, if they go at Gotti, I mean, if they go at Jay Z, they go at Puffy. Who is Gotti? Okay, who is he? So you know, um, they was sucking a toupee off his head. Lord have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. They said nobody but a big head hater. Yeah, I think I need to make me some coffee because I don't know why I'm so sleepy. I don't know why I'm sleepy. I've been working. I don't work my ass off today. I've been boots on the ground all day. They're not finished with Jay Z yet either. I don't think so either. I think that's why Jay Z is so quiet, because you know, I think they've let him know. He probably knows. I was reading on one of those sites that they wouldn't loan him any money. I think he was trying to get $150 million credit line or something like that. And he's saying that them filing those lawsuits against him has messed up his credibility and his image, and he couldn't get the credit line or something. So Jay Z already looks like an old woman. if they pick up, if they pick him up, he going to look like the mommy. Yeah, he do look like an old woman. Yes, he do. Mm, mm, mm. Anyway, y'all, yeah, I'm fighting sleep. I gotta be at court early in the morning, so I need to get myself ready because I do. I got to get myself ready, and I cannot keep my eyes open because I've been working hard all day today preparing for the court day tomorrow. But I was trying to get the lawyer everything he needed. Anyway, y'all, I love you guys. I wish I could stay on longer. I'm just tired. I am totally beat up. I love you guys. Y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. We'll talk later, okay?